Next dish we're going to work up today and get prepped and marinated is some sockeye salmon. It's wild sockeye salmon, and we're just going to do a very nice teriyaki glaze. Now we're going to take the salmon and we're going to wrap that in the papers. But the first thing we need to do to the salmon is we need to cut it down the middle and marinate it for a while. So we're just going to take our salmon out of the pan and cut it right down the middle. Cut it in two halves. That way you've got two pieces of salmon that are going to each go in their own separate paper. So we'll put these in the pan and we'll put the marinade to them. This is a little thicker teriyaki glaze marinade. It's also something that has a little bit higher sugar content, but you can certainly use whatever teriyaki marinade you like to use. We're going to use maple papers, some sugar maple papers on our salmon. Just going to lay those salmon pieces on the papers. And I've got some green onions left over here. I'm just going to spread a little bit of green onion on each one of these. Give them a little bit more flavor. Green onion goes good with a teriyaki. If you wanted to, you could also spread some sesame seeds on there. I'm going to wrap those up and clip them, and they'll be ready to go on the grill. When you use papers on your food, you're going to cook on your grill with indirect heat. Unlike your oven, where you're just going to put them in the oven on a cookie sheet, you're going to cook using indirect heat. And what we mean by that is you're going to set the papers on a portion of the grill where the burners have been shut off underneath. The heat is going to be generated by burners over on the other side of the grill, and that heat will form a convective current around your food and provide the heat that's necessary to maintain your grill at about 375 to 400 degrees. This is the maple wrapped teriyaki salmon. I'm just going to spritz these a little bit, give them a little bit of water on the outside of the wraps. Grill's at 400 degrees, just perfect. Set them in there, and those should take about 12 to 15 minutes. It's been a little over 15 minutes. Let me check our salmon, see how we're doing. Salmon looks good. Looks like it's done. You can tell it looks like it's got a nice color to it. And the teriyaki glaze is just kind of molded all around it. We've just taken our salmon off the grill, and remember those paper clips may be a little bit hot to the touch. If they are, just use a cloth or a fork or something to pull them back, and these aren't too bad actually. But that's our salmon, perfectly cooked. It's got a nice glaze around it. It's nice and moist. That's just a beautiful piece of salmon, and you can either present that on the plate right on the paper or take it off and set it on the plate by itself.